Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Thunderbird's esteemed faculty, administration, and special guests. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fall 2018 Convocation exercises for Thunderbird School of Global Management are hereby opened. Please be seated. We begin with one of Thunderbird's most revered rituals, the Parade of International Flags. Started by students in 1977, this time-honored tradition involves national flags carried by a representative who will introduce himself or herself and share something unique about the country.
Meu nome é Minas Banvaquiades Júnior. Eu sou orgulhosamente brasileiro. The colors of our flag represent the richness of our natural resources, the gold, the beautiful blue sky, and the peace we have. Our people is recognized to be happy and resilient, and I'm here today representing humbly our beloved and wonderful people. I'm here today because Brazilians never, ever give up. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 我叫张涵，来自中国。So my name is Han, come from China. Beijing is my hometown. I spent many years here. And I can share one very interesting fact about China. There's a lot of delicious food in China. Many of my colleagues visit China during the summer, their experiences. But also, by standing here, I welcome everyone to go and visit China and try their delicious food sometimes in your life. Thank you.
Bonjour, mi nom est Askia. Hello, my name is Askia, and I am presenting the flag of Côte d'Ivoire. With the national language of French, Côte d'Ivoire, also known as the Ivory Coast, is home to my favorite international football club, Les Elephants, and is also the world's largest exporter of cacao. Au revoir.
God aften, mine damer, herrer, venner, familie og gæster. Mit navn er Matthew. Good evening, friends, family, and guests. my name is Matthew, and I am representing the country of Denmark. One fun fact about Denmark that I really think testifies to their weird sense of humor is they have the world's northernmost palm tree branch. It is 10 degrees south of the Arctic Circle, and the way they accomplish this feat is they have these little palm trees, I think we would call them shrubs in Arizona, and once a year, from July to August, they take them out of these greenhouses and they put them on this beach where they imported some white sand. And so once a year, you can enjoy the world's most northern palm tree branch in Denmark.
Buenas noches, amigos y familia. My name is Andres Sigcha, and I have the honor and privilege to represent Ecuador. Straddling the equator, Ecuadorian coast rushes up the snow-capped volcanoes, then falls away the hot mountains jungle, all in one country, the size of the state of Colorado. Its name comes from the equator, which runs through the country. It's the most biodiverse per kilometer in any nation in the world. Almost everyone in Ecuador has a mixed race background, which has resulted in tremendous cultural diversity, as well as unique customs and traditions. Like nowhere else, all in one place, so close, the Galapagos, Pacific Coast, Andes, and the Amazon. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Ana ismi Perihan al-Maghrabi. Hello everyone, my name is Perihan al-Maghrabi and I'm very proud to be representing my country, Egypt, today. Egypt is the largest Arab country in the world in terms of population, and it is home to the earliest civilization. We are well known for our pyramids, which are the oldest man-made structures to ever exist. And out of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the Great Pyramid of Giza is actually the only one to remain largely intact. Thank you so much.
Hallo, ich heiße Charlie. Hi, my name is Charlie. I'm representing Germany because it's where I was born and raised. And my fun fact is that our chancellor is voted the most powerful woman in the world ever since she was elected in 2004. Thank you.
Namaskar, मेरा नाम नवीन है, ना पेर नवीन. I'm honored to be representing India and I have a chance to talk about it. When asked about my country, I couldn't decide whether to apply the Pakenham model or use big data. The more I thought about it, I couldn't help but notice how Thunderbird and India are so similar, both diverse, inclusive, and spread out throughout the world. Both are finding new beginnings with backgrounds of rich heritage. Together, they are both global. Today, I join with my fellow Indian American T-Birds as alum. Thank you.
سلام، من غزل خورشیدی ام از ایران. Hello everyone, I am Ghazal Khorshidi from Iran. Iran is a country of peaceful and hospitable people. It is very rich in culture and has so many good food. So you will never tire of visiting many beautiful places all over the country. I encourage everyone to visit the country and experience it for themselves. Thank you.
Habari zenu mabibi na mabwana, kwa majina naitwa Joanne Marime. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joanne Marime. I hail from the beautiful country known as Kenya. And in Kenya, we have one interesting fact. We are the fastest long-distance runners in the world. And so if you want to be healthy, please come to Kenya. But we also have the most beautiful wildlife. So if you want to go to safari, that's the place to be. So the tourism is amazing, and I can't wait to see you all there. Thank you.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Marisa Garay y soy de México. A few interesting facts about Mexico. Mexico is home to the oldest university in North America. It also houses over 30 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and in the last year, welcomed more than 40 million visitors from around the world. Muchas gracias.
السلام عليكم اسمي بخاري وأنا من أصل مغربي. Peace be upon you all. My name is El Bukhari, and I'm an American of Moroccan origins. Throughout history, Al-Maghrib, the Arabic name of Morocco, has meant sunset, because until the American continent was rediscovered, all travelers along the Mediterranean thought that undertaking the unknown beyond the Atlantic shores of Morocco was literally sailing into the sunset, not in a romantic way. As for me, 15 years ago, I flew into the sunset and embraced the culture and the way of life to become a proud American. Now, with the encouragement of my family and friends and support of my wife and kids, I can say that I am proud to be a Thunderbird, and also humbled to have met such bright minds as yourselves, my cohorts and professors. Thank you.
Hola, me llamo Daniel y estoy representando la bandera de Nicaragua. Hello, my name is Daniel, and I'm proudly representing the flag of Nicaragua today, the birthplace of my mother. Lake Nicaragua is actually the largest lake in all of Central America and hosts about 400 volcanoes to this day. Love you, Mom.
To each and every one of you, lalo na sa lahat ng mga Pinoy dito, maayong gabi. My name is Rex Alagare, born and raised in the Philippines, presently the largest exporter of nurses globally. But no, I am not a nurse, doctor, or any healthcare professional, although that would be a very good pay rate. But I do, however, embody what it means to be resourceful, one who is willing to go the extra mile just for their patients or customers. And that's what being a Filipino is all about. Good evening, everybody.
Dobry wieczór. Mam na imię Elliot Ryan Hobbs I reprezentuję Polskę. Ojczyznę moje żony. Hello, good evening. My name is Elliot Ryan Hobbs. My wife is Polish, and Poland, since its independence in 1989, has grown to be one of the 8th largest economies in the EU. And even though it is one of the world's largest producers of coal, in Katowice this year at COP24, it renewed its mission to clean renewable energy into the 21st century.
Boa tarde. O meu nome é Jordan Cordeiro. Good afternoon. My name is Jordan Cordeiro, and I'm carrying the flag of Portugal. Portugal is home to some of the oldest established borders in Europe. Therefore, some people consider it the oldest established country in Europe. It is also home to some of the world's greatest explorers and sailors, as well as footballers. Maybe you've heard of Cristiano Ronaldo. Additionally, Portugal is the world's largest exporter of cork. So for all you wine lovers out there, you're welcome.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Вероника Дреева. Hello, I'm Veronica Dреева, and I was born and raised in Moscow, Russia. I want to tell you just one small fact about Russia. We call Russia Россия, and this word comes from the word rose, which means morning dew. It means Russia is a country of morning dew. I love my country very much. I miss it. I think about it every day. And I'm proud to be a Russian citizen and also American. Thank you.
Muraho Neza. My name is Olivia Mulerwa. I am proud this evening to represent Rwanda. Rwanda is a small country in the heart of Africa that is increasingly becoming famous for punching above its weight in politics and economics. Notably, Rwanda is home to the fastest growing economy in Africa and has the highest number of women in government in the world. One of those amazing women, the current Minister of Trade and Industry, is actually a Thunderbird alum.
Salam, Sajat Tara, Namasaya, Megan Tracy. This means, hello, my name is Megan Tracy in the national language of Singapore or Singapura, Malay, which translates to the city of lions. I had the opportunity to intern in this beautiful country over the summer thanks to the love and support from my parents, who were surprised to find that I came back with a Singaporean boyfriend. Thanks, Thunderbird.
Hola, me llamo Sarah. I'm representing my ancestors from Spain, and as of 2018, women take over the cabinet in Spain. Woo!
大家好，我是王韵婷。大家好，我叫王韵婷。Hello everyone, my name is Yunting Wang. I'm proud today to represent Taiwan. And because we are a business school and everybody knows time is money, so I'm gonna do this quick and short. Taiwan is a great entrance to Asia market with 23 million friendly people and very delicious food. I will see you guys in the future. Thank you.
Hello, my name is John. I'm representing the United Kingdom, and my fact about the UK is that the UK military are allegiant to the Queen, not to the UK government, and that is because if the government ever became corrupt, it is written the Queen can actually step in, take control of the government, and the military has her back, not the government's.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Justin Theron Hutchings. Today I proudly carry the flag of the United States of America. I am a 10th generation US citizen, hailing from a heritage of pilgrims, pioneers, settlers, farmers, soldiers, government officials, fathers, mothers, and more. The United States of America has provided generations of my family, along with hundreds of millions of others, the opportunity to push beyond the bounds of their circumstances and become something more, just as Thunderbird is allowing us to leave today having become something more. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem of the United States of America. Everyone, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the Dean and Director General of Thunderbird School of Global Management, Dr. Sanjeev Kagram.
Namaste, Jambo, Ni hao, Hola. Welcome, my dear friends. We've had a lot of firsts this past several months here in downtown Phoenix. It's been a remarkable time. This is our first convocation, and I want to say, on behalf of all the faculty and staff and alums around the world, we are just so proud and each and every one of the graduates here today. For those joining us via webcam around the world, know that you are in our hearts, because once you are a T-Bird, you are a T-Bird for life, and that goes for our graduates here today. I'd like to take a moment to introduce Thunderbird's platform party and special guests. First of all, let me begin with Dr. Sharon Smith, Dean of Students, ASU Downtown Phoenix. Thank you for joining us, Sharon. Mr. Ken Valvour, a Thunderbird graduate from the class of 1988 and the founder and group director of Bento Inc. Ken. Dr. Rick Shangraw, CEO and head of the ASU Foundation and ASU Enterprise Partners for a New American University. Rick, thank you so much. Please also welcome the distinguished members of our faculty who are sitting on the platform. Dr. Sig-Young Ah, our Director of Research. Dr. Josh Alt. Dr. Femi Babarinda. Dr. Lena Booth, our Associate Dean of Graduate Programs. Dr. Ted Cross. Dr. Jonas Gamzo. Dr. Gary Gibbons. Dr. Robert Gross. Dr. Tom Hunsaker. Dr. Mansour Javidan. Dr. Denis Leclerc. Dr. Patrick Lynch. Dr. Roy Nelson, our Director of the Undergraduate Program. Dr. Lewis Rutherford. Dr. Christine Pearson. Dr. Preetika Sainam. Dr. Mary Sully DeLuque. And Dr. Bill Youngdahl. We also want to welcome and thank our gracious Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Peter Laforde. Thank you, Peter, for joining us today. We are also pleased to welcome members of our Thunderbird Global Alumni Network and guests from our other Arizona State University campuses who are here with us today, and all of the alums that are here today in the room and around the world. Now, let me please join me in recognizing the entire platform party and special guests. Thanks to them for all they do for our special Thunderbird family. Thank you all. I'd like to now introduce Thunderbird's Associate Dean for Faculty Administration, Dr. Mary Teagarden. I want to say that Mary wanted to be with us today and had family issues. And as you know, what I often say, what you all know, Thunderbird is a family. Mary sends her regards, her love, her best wishes. You know what she does for all of you students and all of our family, our alums, staff, faculty, colleagues around the world for many, many years has been a true part of her soul and heart. So we send our love and care to her and her family in this difficult time. I'd like to welcome each of your graduates to your convocation ceremony. It's been an incredible last year and a half, I know. You have weathered changes and transformations, the coming in of myself and many other shifts over these last 18 months, if not longer. But what you've proven to each of us and to yourselves is that you're truly T-Birds. We are the paratroopers of global business. We make ourselves comfortable in uncomfortable situations. We embrace change. We understand that the world will always move forward. And if we put our hearts and souls and minds to the task, hard work, persistence, perseverance, resilience, that we will succeed. And that is true for each of you, a testament to each of you in how you work, how you give, how you take care of each other, how you have taken care of us. So we congratulate you. Ladies and gentlemen, these Thunderbirds are your children, your grandchildren, your wives, your husbands, your sisters, your brothers, your parents, your cousins. They are incredible human beings. They are very much part of our Thunderbird family. You know, in today's world, as many of you know, when you hear me speak, we're in this time where the vision we have had since 1946 in our founding, a vision of a world of peaceful cooperation, of open borders, of inclusive and sustainable prosperity for all around the planet, is very much under attack. Folks are trying around the world to fracture us and divide us. But Thunderbirds in their core, and each one of you, are the champions of a world in which we come together. We respect each other. We understand each other's cultures. We welcome difference, and we embrace it. And so that's why I am so very proud to be part of this incredible family. I'd like to ask our faculty and platform party to stand and join us in congratulating Thunderbird's newest graduates. Please stand. I'd like to also take a moment to recognize all of those who helped the graduates reach this amazing threshold, this incredible success they have achieved. Each of us owes a special thanks to a parent, or parents, a teacher, a mentor, or a friend, or even a stranger who embraces us and opens up their heart, who made a difference in our lives. What we accomplish in our careers and our lives, we do with the support of so many others. I am sure the audience is filled with friends and family members who played a special role in the lives of each graduates. Graduates, please stand and join me in thanking those people who supported you on your life journey, your Thunderbird journey. And now please help me welcome them to our family here. As I said, this is a time when the world is challenged, but our mission and vision, who we are as Thunderbirds, is more important than ever before. In addition to the fractured globalism that we face around the world, we have a world in which, a planet in which the Anthropocene, this time in human history and the planetary history where humans have transformed the earth around us and endangered so many of the life support systems that are critical to our success, our prosperity, and our dignity. We know that in the future, we as Thunderbirds have to play leadership roles, not only of the companies, the organizations, the networks, the new enterprises, the startups that we lead, but of this precious planet that we all live on. And this is, as many of you know, I say all the time, a great time of opportunity, this fourth industrial revolution, where new technologies are transforming everything we do, the way we work, our industries, even what it means to be human. What I ask of each and every Thunderbird is to go out and embrace the opportunities, to learn what we have learned from the past industrial revolutions and changes that have transformed the planet, to take all of the lessons you've learned, but most importantly, the core values that we believe in, to every endeavor in your life, in your family, in your workplace, wherever you may worship, and in the world around. Always embrace those who are different. Make sure you welcome them into your homes. Know that you have T-Bird family members all around the world. Now let me turn then to the Thunderbird Professional Oath of Honor. The oath is a student-led initiative, very much like our flag ceremony, that in so many ways recalls the moral imperative that led General Yunt and Dr. William Schurz to provide Thunderbird's foundation in 1946, over 70 years ago. The oath was drafted by the student-run Thunderbird Honor Council and then unanimously approved by the Faculty Senate and Board of Trustees in 2006. Through this oath, we affirm what it means to be a T-Bird for now and always. I would like to invite graduating Thunderbird Honor Council member Michael Thomas Dugan to the stage to lead his fellow classmates in reciting the Oath of Honor. Michael?
Fellow graduates, please stand and repeat after me, loud and proud. As a Thunderbird and a global citizen, I promise I will strive to act with honesty and integrity. I will respect the rights and dignity of all people. I will strive to create sustainable prosperity worldwide. I will oppose all forms of corruption and exploitation. And I will take responsibility for my actions. As I hold true to these principles, it is my hope that I may enjoy an honorable reputation and peace of conscience. This pledge I make freely and upon my honor. Thank you. You may be seated.
Graduates, in taking this oath, we remind ourselves that life is too short, too precious, and too beautiful to settle for shortcuts. So pursue challenging goals. Move out of your comfort zone. Choose what is the right path as well as you can, and do good for the world. You will then be able to look back on your careers with pride, what you have done for your families, for your communities, and for our precious planet. To confirm their acceptance, each student will have the opportunity to sign the 2008 Oath Board prior to walking across the platform today. Thunderbird School of Global Management and Arizona State University are proud to be a strong supporter of military veterans who have served their country here at home and all around the world. Today, we congratulate 13 members of the U.S. Armed Forces who have chosen to continue their education with a degree from Thunderbird. The candidates proudly wear a veteran's stole, which includes a seal from his or her branch of service to identify their achievements. Will all graduating servicemen and women please stand for our congratulations? Please stand. I also want to recognize two of our graduate students who are Peace Corps members. Would they stand, please? Your service in this noble cause is truly exceptional, and we are grateful for all that you have done. As you saw from the flag ceremony, we have a tremendous global diversity. That is the core DNA of Thunderbird. We have students from over 40 countries in one way or another. This is the hallmark of the Thunderbird family. And so we thank all of those who came from far to join us and who will be going again many places around the world. Your presence here has enriched us all. So thank you to all of our students from around the world. Now it's my pleasure to announce the recipients of the Thunderbird Founders Award. The Founders Award is presented to a student in each of the graduate degree programs offered by the school, who through his or her high achievement best represents the values, standards, and global dexterity envisioned by the founders of Thunderbird in 1946, that global mindset that we hold so near and dear to our hearts. Awards will be presented by Dr. Roy Nelson, Associate Professor of Global Studies and Academic Director for Undergraduate Programs, and Dr. Lena Booth, our Associate Dean for Academic Programs. It is now my pleasure to present the Outstanding Student Founders Award to a member of the Bachelors of Global Management program. This semester's winner is Askia Kamal Stewart, Jr. Askia? Please come up. As you know, we started our undergraduate program just 3 years ago. We now have over 200 students. We've graduated now, it's our second class, and we hope to grow to 1,000. And Askia is one of our best and brightest. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's your award.
Okay, thank you.
Hold it up so they can see the, yeah, let's get a picture. All right. It is now my honor to present the Outstanding Student Founders Award to a member of the Master of Global Management program. This semester's winner is Minaz Banvikiades. Minaz, will you join us? The old man needs his glasses, so forgive me. It is my honor to present the Outstanding Student Founders Award to a member of the online Master of Global Management program. This semester's winner is Astrid Maria Emkes. Let's give her a round of applause. Unfortunately, Astrid cannot be with us today as she recently accepted a job in South Korea. What could be more T-Bird than that? I'm happy that we can honor her as she has embarked on this great career, and we congratulate on her tremendous achievement. So one more round of applause. It is now my honor to present the Outstanding Student Founders Award to a member of the Executive Master of Global Management program. This semester's winner is Amy Lynn Burrow Walters. Amy, will you join us? Is she here? Is Amy here? Oh, there she comes. moment here. Every one of these ceremonies, I've done them for over 30 years, is such a special time. For us as faculty members, there's no more special moment. So we're so proud of you. It is my honor to present the Barton Kyle Yunt Award. The award was created to preserve the ideals of the first president and founder of the school, the late Lieutenant General Barton Kyle Yunt. This award is given by the faculty to the member of each full-time graduating class who reflects Yunt's ideals from the standpoint of scholarship, accomplishment, and character. Please help me welcome the fall 2008 BKY Award recipient, Hisham M.M. Abdul. Hisham?
Whew. Good thing I can't see anyone. Good afternoon, everyone. To be receiving a master's degree from Thunderbird alone is a privilege, but to be receiving the BKY Award, it's an honor. Thank you, Thunderbird, for such a pivotal experience. Thank you to Sam, Larry, Brandon, Kelly, and every single one of you that I've called family for the last year and a half. Without you, I wouldn't be standing here. Thank you to all of our professors. You are the heart and soul of this institute. I'm going to move this. Learning from world-class faculty is a privilege that we're all grateful for. And of course, thank you to our administration. We've been through a very tough period, but we reclaimed our #1 ranking. So, thank you and congratulations to everyone who made this happen. Now to the big thank yous. My family, I don't see you, my parents, my cousins, whoever's here. This has been a strenuous journey, and I couldn't have been here without your support. It's been unwavering from both my parents, who have been with me since the ABCs until now. I didn't tell my parents that I got the award just so I can surprise them, but honestly, I'm pretty sure they suspected it because they kept on asking me, why are you so stressed, this morning? Why are you so stressed? And mothers, they know everything, so. Thank you for everything. And my final thank you is to someone who's not with us here. It's to my grandfather, who passed away earlier this year. My grandfather was my role model in life, in every way possible. He was a brilliant businessman who always prioritized family, and I tried to make him proud of me with everything, every single day. Thank you for being the strongest, kindest, wisest man I've ever known. You inspire me, and you inspire my hero, my father, to be better people every day. You taught us how to be kind, generous, intellectually curious, and forgiving, and much more. You have always been my #1 supporter and my harshest critic. I know you're probably up there looking down on me with pride and with another challenge ready to go. A few weeks before he passed away, I was with him in the hospital, and I promised him to work my hardest, to be up here addressing everyone in this room and my class. So this is a bittersweet moment, because although I fulfilled this promise, he's not here with us to celebrate it. I never imagined life without him, but as him and my dad used to always tell me, the only constant in life is change. Now, enough emotions. Now, we T-Birds, we're a special breed of people, often referred to as misfits. We hear that from Professor Javidan and first thing in foundations. We're a set of people who share a global mindset. In short, our breed of business leaders are flexible and agile enough to conduct business in any culture. We're masters of adaptation and change. As we, the graduating class of fall 2018, reflect on our journey here at Thunderbird, we find change being the core theme of this experience. First, we found out that we'll be moving out of our historic Glendale campus. We had to adapt and prepare for the move. As we went through the move, we had to adjust our lives accordingly to maintain the Thunderbird mystique. Simultaneously, we underwent changes of leadership. Robin Sharma once wrote, "Change is hard at first, messy in the middle, but gorgeous at the end." I know we haven't reached the end yet, but we're already back to number one. Dean Kagram always says, Thunderbird will be the vanguard of the vanguard. We've heard that so many times, and it's only fitting for that to be our gorgeous end destination of this transition. Second, in our class, we've discussed the challenges of global management given technological advancements, changes all around the world in terms of consumer behavior, and so on. AI, big data, and the fourth industrial revolution have distorted our imagination of what our professional careers might look like. Today, we're graduating as leaders of a transitional era as the world moves from the analog to the digital. The world is changing, and it's thirsty for us leaders to lead the digital revolution into a more open, inclusive, progressive, and lucrative e-world. We find ourselves in the midst of the new world equipped with the tools we need to make the world a better and safer place. Here at Thunderbird, we learned how to navigate this changing world and to exploit opportunities that arise from this change. One can only assume that the future holds more radical changes as our respected Professor Babarinde always says, shift happens. I have faith in all of you T-Birds that you'll be successful leaders in the future. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be bold, be T-Birds. Congratulations, and thank you all.
Thank you so much, Hisham. With leaders such as Hisham and all of you, the world's in much better hands. It is now my pleasure to award recognition to members of our esteemed faculty, some of the greatest faculty, no, the greatest faculty around the world. This semester's most outstanding faculty members, as chosen by the Bachelor of Global Management graduating class, is Dr. Josh Alt, Assistant Professor. Josh, please come forward to accept your award. Where is your award? Ah, there we go. Congratulations. Let's come over here. Oh, okay. Thank you. And next, award presented on behalf of the MGM program goes to Dr. Bill Youngdahl, Associate Professor. Yes. We'll just give you this one. Oh, it's taken two, huh, Josh? Congratulations. Come and take a photo. Oh. Thank you. Congratulations. And the next award, presented on behalf of the online MGM program, goes to Dr. Lena Booth, our Associate Dean of Academic Programs. And finally, the award presented on behalf of the Executive MGM program goes to Dr. Roy Nelson, Associate Professor and Academic Group.
Thanks.
Let me just ask us all, though, once again, to give a great round of applause to all of our faculty. You know how much they love you, how dedicated they are, how amazing they are. When I came in, they welcomed me. They've been hard at work, making us #1 again, as Hisham reminded us, and so we're really grateful, and I'm personally grateful to all that they do. We now turn to today's convocation speaker. Ken Valvor is founder and group director of Bento Sushi, which has over 750 locations throughout North America, and founder and CEO of Ontario Springwater Sake Company, North America's first award-winning craft sake brewery. Ken is a 1988 graduate of Thunderbird, taking his final semester at Japan's Institute of International Studies and Training. In fact, what Ken told me and us on the way in, as he wasn't even able to come to his own graduation here at Thunderbird. So it's his first graduation. Prior to Thunderbird, Ken earned an undergraduate degree in business from the University of Toronto's Rotman School of Management and got his CPA while working with PwC. Upon graduation from Thunderbird, Ken joined Scotia Capital through the on-campus interview process and spent a 9-year career in various Scotia branches in Asia, North America, and Europe, including 4 years in Tokyo. For the past 8 years, Ken has given dedicated service, truly been a leader in this time of transition in our school's history on the Thunderbird Leadership Council. He's now going to join our new Thunderbird Global Alumni Network Advisory Board. More recently, Ken has served on the strategy committee I formed upon appointment, and he has been an instrumental source of counsel and support to me and to all of us during this time of change, but also renewal and rejuvenation. Ken has been particularly passionate about the importance of language in our programs, a view I strongly share, and we have worked together to find innovative ways to bring languages back to Thunderbird. Languages will always be at Thunderbird as long as I'm here, and I know Ken is going to support us to make sure that that's the case. Ken is an active member of the Thunderbird Toronto Alumni Chapter and was a featured speaker at the 2010 Thunderbird Global Private Equity Conference. Ken is joined this evening by his wife, Monica, who we had the pleasure to meet earlier this evening, his son, Stefan, and Mekas. Stefan is a recent ASU alumnus, and Marcus, in his second year, actually his third year, right? Third year, as well as Dan Zlaket, a 2016 Thunderbird alumnus and formerly Ken's mentee, now Director of Operations for Bento Sushi. How about that? Let's welcome Dan. Before I pass the mic to Ken, I just want to say that Ken's story is one of the many 45,000 stories we have, and now on another 130, 140 tonight, of people, young people who came to Thunderbird, were transformed, and then went on to live and be exceptional leaders in their hometowns, in their countries, and around the world. His dedication and love for Thunderbird is undying, and his graciousness and humanity are so evident. I know you're going to welcome me, help me welcome him to the stage and thank him for all of his service. Ken.
Thank you, Dr. Kagram, for the kind words and for the invitation to speak tonight. I am very honored to be speaking to you here today at Thunderbird's first convocation in downtown Phoenix. Thunderbird has an amazing power to transform the lives of its students. I came to Thunderbird as an English-speaking accountant and left a year later transformed into a Japanese-speaking investment banker with dreams of being an entrepreneur. I had absolutely no idea when I arrived in Arizona that I would ever go to Japan, let alone start 2 Japan-focused businesses later in life. That is the power of Thunderbird. I acquired a lifelong travel bug after backpacking through Europe for 10 weeks after finishing high school. I then dreamed throughout my undergrad days at University of Toronto of someday getting a job that allowed me to travel the world. At some point, it dawned on me that no companies actually recruit business undergrads to become world travelers. So after graduating, I ended up joining PwC, spending 2.5 years doing audits and taxes and earning a CPA. Even after I earned my CPA, None of the headhunters who started the call were offering anything like the world traveler job I had in mind. To improve my chances of getting a top-shelf international finance job, I decided I should enroll in a graduate business school. I found a book about the international activities of Canadian banks, edited by a finance professor from a school I'd never heard of called Thunderbird. It was located in what I imagined was smack in the middle of the Arizona desert. I cold called Professor Mills, who told me that in fact many banks recruited at Thunderbird for their international banking groups. So I applied, was accepted, and moved down to Arizona in January of 1987. Going to the airport on a cold Toronto winter day, I wore an Icelandic sweater for my flight down to Phoenix. Decidedly overdressed and carrying my worldwide possessions of 2 suitcases and an old guitar, I was met at the airport in 85-degree heat by a shuttle bus whose driver looked at his list, then looked at my sweat-soaked face and said, "You must be Ken from Canada." I arrived on campus, stashed my bags in my room at E-Dorm, which I soon heard was nicknamed Motel 6, and joined a welcome reception. Virtually none of us had ever visited the remote and rustic Glendale campus prior to applying to Thunderbird. While all us incoming students eventually came to love the Glendale campus, the consensus at the welcome party could hardly be described as love at first sight. The campus was a mix of somewhat tired ex-military training-based dorms with a few newer buildings where we had our lectures and seminars, a swimming pool, and a pub. One hell of a pub. In my first week at Thunderbird, I made a decision, while at the pub actually, that totally changed my life, although I had no idea at the time. All Thunderbird students were, and thankfully will soon be again, required to be proficient at a language other than English prior to graduating. As a good Canadian, I'd actually taken French throughout high school, so I went down to Thunderbird thinking that French would be my second language. At pub, one night just before classes got started, I met several non-Asian students who spoke fluent Japanese or Mandarin Chinese. Literally, between sips of beer, I realized that I was sitting on a great opportunity to learn the most useful language of that financial era, Japanese, and therefore virtually guarantee myself a great international job upon graduation. At that time, I had never eaten a single piece of sushi. I didn't even know what it looked like. The very next day, I enrolled in Japanese classes. Upon graduating from Thunderbird, I actually did get that international job I was looking for. I was hired as an investment banking trainee by a large Canadian bank after an on-campus interview at Thunderbird. After a few months of training in Toronto and London, I was transferred to the bank's Tokyo office. I ended up spending 4 years in Asia, 4 years in North America, and a year in Europe while working at the bank. By living abroad, I got to see much of the world while doing the bank's business. It was everything I had dreamed of before applying to Thunderbird. While I initially went to Japan for purely commercial reasons, I ended up falling in love with the country and its culture. I became enamored with the Japanese businessman's way of eating lunch. Beautifully prepackaged bento boxes made up of assorted delicious and nutritious foods, including sushi sets. I liked it so much that before leaving Japan for London, I went around everywhere videotaping food displays. I thought that maybe this business model could be applied to Western business districts. When I arrived for my posting in London in early 1995, I saw that Japanese takeout food was in fact just starting to take off in the city, and that even sandwich shops like Pret-a-Manger were starting to carry sushi sets. At the end of our first year in London, fate intervened. Our house was robbed in the middle of the night while we were at home, and while no one was hurt, my wife Monica understandably wished that after many years abroad we would return, together with our 2-year-old son Stefan, to life among family and friends in Toronto. After only 1 year in London, though, I couldn't ask the bank to transfer me home. So if we were going to move away anyway back home, it looked like a great time for me to finally start my own business. With savings from work at the bank and armed with a good think global, act local idea for a Japanese-style quick service food concept, Bento Sushi was born. As you might imagine, my banking colleagues, my friends, my family, especially my mother-in-law, were convinced that I'd lost my mind. Leaving a solid career in banking to start a takeout food business. The business got off to a reasonably good start, though, with 10 employees and an owner whose idea of work clothes continued to consist of dark suits, starched white shirts, and triple-soled brogues. I would definitely have won the prize for most formally dressed fast food manager had such a prize existed. The business grew quickly, both organically and through acquisitions. Understanding the core of the business by having been a consumer in Tokyo for 4 years, I applied it to the Canadian market as only a native Canadian could. Using presentation skills I acquired through courses like FORAD at Thunderbird, I pitched large grocery store chains, shopping centers, and universities to get space for bento kiosks. Using investment banking skills I acquired at my post-graduation job from Thunderbird, I sourced and negotiated acquisitions of competitors that quickly made bento into a coast-to-coast operation. One of the things I did to supplement our business in the very first year of bento was start a food trolley service from our first store to most of Toronto's trading floors, starting with my former employer's trading floor on the 68th floor of an office tower. Our servers would bring up a trolley full of sushi sets, bento boxes, and sandwiches just before lunch. They would ring a bell upon arrival at the trading floor, and the traders would come by the trolley to get something from us, rather than waste time going downstairs to get lunch. You might think it would be awkward for me to operate a food service for my ex-colleagues. In fact, I never felt humiliated doing the small business thing. That is, until we started our 4th trolley service. On our first day at the new location, I accompanied our server up to the trading floor. There was a large gap between the equity and fixed income sides to the floor. So when our server rang the bell, only half the traders could hear it. So I grabbed the bell, ran over to the other side of the floor, and started ringing it there too. One of the traders then got on the trading floor loudspeaker system and yelled, "Oh look, here comes Tinkerbell." The entire floor roared with laughter. Entrepreneurship is not always a bowl of cherries. In fact, it offers regular servings of humility. In 2006, bento acquired ownership of the original takeout sushi chain in Manhattan, Daikichi Sushi, which became our first locations in the USA. After becoming Canada's #1 sushi company already 10 years ago, bento sushi is now aggressively growing throughout America, where we have over 150 locations. Here in Arizona, we will open our first location in January at none other than ASU's main campus in Tempe. The ASU opening will be supervised by Bento's new Director of Operations for the Southwest, Dan Zlackett, who is actually a T-Bird grad from the class of 2016 and who is here with us today. I understand Dan has already acquired 2 affectionate nicknames among the team at Bento in Canada. Arizona Dan, and of course, Dan the Man. Welcome to the company, Dan. Having tasted success with sushi, I decided to dive into a new Japan-inspired business adventure in 2010. I absolutely loved sake, Japan's national beverage, from my days entertaining clients in Tokyo. Sake is best when super fresh, so I decided to start a sake brewery in Toronto called Ontario Springwater Sake Company, using the brand name Izumi, which means spring water in Japanese. It was, in fact, North America's first award-winning sake craft brewery in a sector that has now grown to 30 breweries. I figured that with all the interest in Japanese food in North America, consumers would start getting into premium sake as well. So I asked the 19th generation owner of a 350-year-old Japanese sake brewer, Miyasaka Shuzo, to be my advisor in opening a North American sake brewery. He said yes. And through his company's connections, I bought a complete set of sake brewing equipment from Japan and designed the layout of our brewery. I also found, through their connections, a Japanese master brewer, Yoshiko Takahashi. She barely spoke a word of English, but bless her heart, she was willing to come to Canada for a year to help get us started. We now sell about 10% of the sake purchased in Canada's largest province, Ontario, with a small but passionate staff of 12. Last spring, we entered our sakes in Japan's largest sake competition, and of the only 3 awards given to sakes brewed outside of Japan, we took home 2 of them. While much smaller than Bento Sushi, Ontario Springwater Sake Company has been a fun and delicious project for me, and even turns a small profit. I've been incredibly fortunate to have had a rewarding career in adventure and entrepreneurship, none of which would have been possible without my Thunderbird education. My story of graduating from Thunderbird, launching a career in international finance, working on 3 continents, then starting businesses in sushi and sake sounds unique. And it is, uniquely Thunderbird. Thunderbird isn't just a school, it's a mindset that allows you to see the world and experience it in a different way, to take your sense of adventure, your love for travel and other cultures, and leverage your hard skills to turn your passion into a thriving business. With Thunderbird, you can see the whole world through your work, and you can bring the world experience back to wherever you want to bring it. Remember, it doesn't matter if others call you Tinkerbell. It only matters that you learn to ring the bell in your own way, because when you ring that bell, good things will happen. Congratulations to all this year's graduates, and best wishes for continued success. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. And now, the moment everyone has been anxiously awaiting. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Kagram, it is my honor to present the candidates for the undergraduate degrees for which they have qualified.
We begin with the candidates for the Bachelor of Global Management. Okay, please come forward. All right, we begin with the candidates for the Bachelor of Global Management. Marcos Alcala Bravo. Rutva Yogeshbai Gupta. Askia Kamal Stewart Jr. Charlotte Pills. Sarah Lynn Echeverria. Daniel Chavez. Megan Tracy.
Now, will the candidates for the master degrees please rise and remain standing? Dr. Kagram, it is my honor to present the candidates for the master degrees for which they have earned and qualified.
So we are continuing with the candidates for the Master of Arts in Global Affairs and Management. Bonnie Jo Piper. Alexander James Lind. Marissa Garay. Olivia Cogoliro Mulergua. Next, we recognize the candidates for the Master of Global Management. Ahmed Aid. Larry D. Rogers Pope. Hisham Abdo. Brandon Andrew Bornfield. Kelly Ann O'Connor. Brian Lay. Minas Bomvakiades. Han Zhang. Matthew Eric Mesa. Zanab Khorshidi Ghazal. Joanne Mora Marime. Rexel Barrera Lagare. Veronica Driva. John Scott Kuttner. Justin Theron Hutchings. Samuel Cox. Emmett E. Bryant. Ashley Taylor Rhodes. Allison Nicole Smith. The Angel of Ephesus. Okay. Mohammed El Sayed El Sayed El Suimi. Saleh Abdul Rahman et Al Shilash. Jacob Anderson. Kiko Pavanello. Li Zheng. Hiroki Nomura. Roberto Maxino II. Tyler Scott Stringham. Charlene Key. Bibiani Fonseca. Ayako Mori. Emilia van Keieren. Tyson Cordell Williams. Lemin Degwa Gitahi. Michael Dugan. Zachary Adam Garcia. Robert Edmund Lamacchia. Ian Dale Blotter. Parker Andrus. Jason Michael Capehart. Marlo Michael Taylor. Abhishek Singh. Hayato Hamada. Ted Leopold Sordo. Okanya Wambita Manema Annie. Andrés Rebolledo. And now the candidates for the Online Master of Global Management. Christopher Lynes Norton. Logan Bradford Daines. Nicholas R. Salgado. Amy Lynn Ranta. Silvia Rocha Espino. Loki Liu. Summer D. Bida. Tiffany Elizabeth Welton. Christopher Ryan Gittebin. Donna M. Kuchera. Elbukari Neri. Jordan David Cordero. Yun Ting Wang. Eldon L. Hoffman, Jr. Katrina Nicole del Rosario Noveloso. Christopher Brian. Brett Allen Runyon. Kelly Sheridan. Nicole Bradshaw Doyle. Jennifer Smith. Patricia Gray. Roberto Alejandro Trevino. Perihan Magdi El Maghrabi. Amanda Michelle Parks. Paul Danny Rivera. Manuel Simoes Jesus. Lorena Irene Harrison. Chad Baker. Lee Stanford Farr. Jason Emmanuel Elliott. Elias Benjamin Wilhelm. Fabian Sanchez Ibarra. Patrick Eugene Coster. Noe Villa. Jonathan Franklin Nance. Julie Ann Mercer Hansen. And we conclude with the candidates for the Executive Master of Global Management. Catherine Marie Brown. Marlise Johnson. Jonna Lee Borneas. Helen Katz Johnson. Eric Dale Lynn. Amy Walters. Andrew Brooks. Ira James Latham. Kamala Nicole Stanish. Paul Pham. Andres Sigcha. Naveen Kumar Chanubotla. Elliot Ryan Hobbs. Francisco Soltero. Patricia Selene Lopez Nájera de Collins. Sanchali Bhattacharjee. Branislav Vujic. Connie Langer. David Guzman. Daniel Vincent Vicario. Daniel Lee Pickett. Juan Pedro Moreno. Jonathan Joseph Orzi. Dr. Tara Brooke. Del Chakrapani. And Thomas Mark Mason.
Now, without further ado, one of the greatest honors a leader of an academic institution can have. Graduates, the moment you have been waiting for has arrived, the official conferring of your hard-won degree. Upon recommendation of the faculty of the #1 Thunderbird School of Global Management, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by President Michael Crow and the Arizona Board of Regents, I now confer upon you the degree of which you have been qualified, with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. We are so proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2018.
All graduates and guests, this concludes the Fall 2018 Convocation ceremony. The platform party will exit first, and then the graduates. Please remain seated until the recessional is complete, and then we invite you to our patio to meet your graduates. Thank you.